The Fox 25 Primetime News at 9 starts right now.
These are the top stories that we're working on right now at 9. The Alton Nolan trial continues as one of his victims testifies today in a court about her attacker.
Plus, it's been 30 years and there is still no justice for a Metro family after two sisters were killed. And community members express their outrage tonight over Brahms' plan to tear down a building at Klassen Circle. But
first, Hillary Clinton is live. You can see right there, Washington, D.C., making an appearance at the Warner Theater.
You might have noticed the former presidential candidate appearing on many talk shows lately. She is out promoting her new book, What Happened.
And back here at home, the trial against Alton Nolan continued today with some emotional testimony from workers at Vaughn Foods.
Employees described the horror of what they saw when Nolan reportedly beheaded one woman and attempted to behead another. Fox 25's Caroline Vandergriff has been following this trial since it began. She joins us live now with what happened in the courtroom.
Well, a lot of the testimony today focused on the problems Alton Nolan had at work. We even heard from the coworker he attacked, who he got into a fight with earlier that day. An HR supervisor also took the stand, broke down several times, describing some very uncomfortable encounters with Nolan. She testified he was aggressive with her when asking for certain religious accommodations at work. She said he was very passionate about his religion and would often go on tangents about Islam, sometimes in a different language. The HR supervisor also told the jury she tried to include him in office events, but he said he didn't celebrate American holidays. And the day of the attack, Nolan got into a fight with a woman on the assembly line. She testified he told her he beat Caucasian people. HR was called in and Nolan was suspended. He was then escorted out of the plant, and that's when prosecutors say he went home, got a knife, and came back to kill Colleen Hufford and attacked Tracy Johnson, the woman he argued with earlier in the day. Now, Nolan's defense team is arguing he's not guilty by reason of insanity, that he was so delusional in his religious beliefs that he believed what he was doing was right. Now, the jury certainly heard a lot more about the role his religion played in his life and his demeanor before those murders. Reporting live from the newsroom, I'm Caroline Vandergriff, Fox 25 News.
And count on Fox 25 continuing to follow that trial of Alton Nolan. We've got much more for you posted on our website, okcfox.com. New at 9 tonight, a controversial plan to tear down several Metro businesses for a new Brahms location.
Now, the plan to demolish parts of Klassen Circle were put on hold until a community meeting could happen. That meeting just wrapped up, and that is where we find Fox 25's Jordan Lucero with the latest details. So, Jordan, did the meeting get heated tonight at all? All right, Jordan, thank you very much. Of course, you can find more information on this story. We'll continue to monitor the situation. You're going to find that on our website at okcfox.com.
All right, we've got your back now with tonight's first forecast.
First, though, Hurricane Maria could be painting a bullseye on the Caribbean again after Irma decimated several islands there.
Yeah, so, Jeff, what can those communities expect? You hate to see them get hit twice.
Yeah, they're going to expect hurricane force winds, storm surge, that kind of thing. One thing we know for sure is that it will not be affecting the East Coast as of right now. So I guess I shouldn't say for sure, but for the time being, the track will miss the east coast of the U.S., but we had a lot of rain from another system this weekend, and most of us did get rained on from time to time, especially central into southwest Oklahoma, about a ½ inch to 1.5 inches of rain, some places nearly 2 inches, northwest into central Oklahoma, 1/4 to a ½ inch. Temperatures right now are mostly in the 80s, more 80s this evening. Your Storm Watch 7-day in just a few minutes.
All right, Jeff, thank you. A Chickasha police officer remains in the hospital after he and another officer were shot yesterday while serving a warrant.
That suspect, 61-year-old Alex Warren Klingler, known by most as Warren, was also hurt. Fox 25's Emily Collins spoke with a man today who knows Klingler. She brings us the latest. Now, Klingler was also hurt but is expected to be released from the hospital soon. Then he will be booked into the Grady County Jail. It was a crime that shocked the city. 2 young women kidnapped and murdered after attending the state fair.
And now 30 years later, can the crime be solved? Fox 25's Phil Cross sits down with investigators to find out. It is a story you'll see only on Fox.
You have like the earrings, you have jewelry that was found, you have fingernails from both girls, clothing from both girls, hairs from both girls.
It is a grim collection. Every detail of every step investigators took since 1987 to find the killer or killers of Cheryl Ginzer and Lisa Pennington.
Police believe there are people who know what happened and say they are willing to investigate any new leads in the case, but for now, there's just not much investigators say they can do that already hasn't been done to solve this case. Potawatomi County and OSBI investigating a body found near a car.
This discovery was made this morning in a construction zone near I-40 and Highway 177. Fox 25 Sade Gray talked to the man who found the body.
The suspect, Warren Klingler, lives right down this road right here behind this Rock Island Grill. But the Conoco over here to my right is somewhere where he visited once, sometimes twice a day. We spoke with the owner today, and he tells us he never thought Klingler was capable of committing such a crime. Police cars came and went from the home of Warren Klingler all day Monday, hours after convenience store owner Bassem Al-Zobi says chaos ensued.
They told us to close the store and clear all this area from.
Now, it's unknown right now what condition the body was found in, and the identity of the victim has not been released. And of course, stay with Fox 25 as we continue to bring you the latest information about this. All right, this Saturday, you and the family can visit museums across the country for free. The Smithsonian Magazine is hosting Museum Day Live. 13 museums here in Oklahoma and about 1,300 in all 50 states are participating. All you have to do is visit smithsonianmag.com. You can download a free ticket for you and one guest. Executives are now losing their jobs at Equifax after that massive data breach involving 143 million Americans. The company says its chief information officer and chief security officer are now out as it faces several inquiries, class action lawsuits, and a congressional investigation. The FTC continues to warn to hang up immediately if someone calls you claiming to be from Equifax. And if you are one of the millions hacked, Equifax is offering free credit monitoring. All you need to do to get started is your last name and 6 digits of your social security number. Also, if you put a credit freeze on your account, that could impact your upgrade to the latest iPhone just released last week.
More airlines are adding additional fees. Critics call these punishment fees. For example, if you check your bag at the gate, some airlines will charge you extra. And if you book an economy ticket, sometimes airlines won't let you use the overhead bin. So have your credit card ready if your items don't fit under that seat in front of you. I just checked American Airlines and found out that your personal item must fit under the seat in front of you. Dimensions should not exceed 18 by 14 by 8 inches. Basic economy customers are only allowed one personal item. All other bags must be checked. Diaper bags, one per child. Child safety seats, strollers, and medical or mobility devices do not count as your personal item or carry-on. And it looks like you won't be making a lot more money next year to pay those airline fees. A survey from the consulting firm Aon Hewitt shows employers are keeping budgets for raises relatively flat in 2018. And for the first time since the recession, companies are uncertain about their expected performance next year. Americans are turning more to plastic to pay for things. A new report from the Federal Reserve saying credit card debt is at an all-time high, topping $1 trillion. That's more than the previous record at the brink of the financial crisis in the U.S. back in April of 2008. Did some digging for a little context and perspective on the debt. $1 trillion has 12 zeros in it, 12. 1 trillion seconds is 31,546 years.
Americans have developed an appetite for debt, and it's one of those things that there seems to be no lack of it. And so continuing to consume it only puts your future in danger. I foresee Americans having to work harder and longer and delaying their retirement dreams to take care of this debt.
We've got your back if you want to get out from underneath your credit card debt. I checked creditcardforum.com, found 2 easy steps to help you get on the right track. First, you need to prioritize your credit card debt. Organize your debts from highest interest to lowest interest and focus on the highest card first. Or if you want to have a quick win, choose the card with the lowest balance and pay that off. That could be a great way to get you inspired to continue. The second thing they recommend is getting your interest rate down to save you some money. The first thing you want to do is call your current credit card companies and see if they will consider lowering your interest rate. You can also apply for a low interest or zero interest card, but do know that the zero interest time period is limited and you could be responsible for the entire interest if not paid off by the end of that time period.
All right, an Oklahoma school viciously vandalized the damage that is costing Ringwood thousands and thousands of dollars.
How much sick time you get or don't could have a direct impact on your mental well-being.
Plus, House Speaker Paul Ryan touring the Harley-Davidson facility in Wisconsin.
And today was the first time President Trump spoke in front of the UN. What his peers are saying about his speech right now.
And don't forget that we've got your latest news, traffic, and weather every morning. Start your day with Chris Stanford and Jasmine Anderson from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Good Day OK. And don't forget that we've got your latest news.